Ah, sheep. Sheep. If you've been following along, maybe you remember I shook my finger at my husband and I said, "You can't get any more animals." And if you've been following along, you also know that I am an animal enabler. But this time, it's actually not that. We have really early procured our Passover lamb. He is a sweet little boy. He is skittish because he does not have a whole lot of human interaction. I believe he was in a field with a lot of steers. And here he is able to spend time with our other sheep, with Rambo and Pearl and Lily. He's able to eat a bunch of wild greens and spend time with his own kind. He is a St. Croix sheep, so the same as Pearl. She's 100% St. Croix. Rambo has mostly St. Croix in him, but he also has Katahdin and something else. I don't remember what else. It's 3 things, I believe. And then Lily, the brown wool sheep, is part Jacob's sheep and part Shetland sheep. I believe I got all those correct. And quickly on the subject of sheep, somebody that I know just told me about a beautiful sheep that he has called painted desert sheep. It looks like this. They are beautiful, and my friend said that they actually are very docile rams. They are not aggressive, and I honestly, if we were to get another sheep, that painted desert sheep is so beautiful, and the idea that the rams they don't get all head buddy, that is pretty cool if you ask me. We used to let Rambo, Lily, and Pearl out and run around and forage. Then I had a sheep running away incident where it took me about an hour to drive them back home. But now Rambo has started to get head buddy to me as well as the rest of the family. He was headbutting everybody else. My kids would also shake their butts in front of them to try to get him to chase them. Then they'd run away laughing. Then he started actually headbutting my husband, who has loved on him, and it's just a ram's nature, you know. But he never did that to me, although I never turned my back on him because it's a ram's nature. He didn't do that to me until he eventually started doing it. And I can't have him headbutting me. So we are keeping them contained in the sheep tractor, again, until we build a much bigger enclosure. But let's go on a little walk together and let me show you how well those sheep are eating down all of the brush. This is an area we had the sheep, and you can see it is totally stripped. But I don't think it's that impressive until you realize right over here on the other side of our package box is what it used to look like. That area was as dense with foliage as this is right here. And now look at it. That's amazing what they've done. The only tragedy here is that I had a forsythia planted. A forsythia looks like this. I call it the harbinger of spring because it blooms so early in the spring. It has bright, beautiful yellow flowers, and I had one that my husband bought me for my birthday, planted right here, and alas, you can see what happened to it. And by you can see, I mean you can't see it at all, and that's how you can see. The sheep, I didn't even know they liked forsythia because they left my other one alone. I have planted in the orchard, but I suppose they just hadn't found it yet. Honestly, I can't even identify where it is now. I'm pretty sure it's this right here. This sad stick, I believe, is my forsythia. But here's the good news I am just now seeing. I've got green growing on it. Look at that. All hope is not lost because, and I can't even remember if this is forsythia. Honestly, it's hard to identify when it's just a stick, but I'm pretty sure this, like, look, you can see the green still. So if this is, I mean, I think this part is hopeless right here, but you never know. You never know. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this be. It already had a really, really good foundation. Let me go ahead and show you what this should look like, what it used to look like. I'll go show you my other forsythia and you could lament with me. This is how it used to look. Actually, looks like the sheep did get a hold of it. at some point, or something did. Something ate up that branch coming up right there. This one actually is not as robust as the other one was. It's beautiful though, and oh my goodness, the flowers that come in. Now I don't know why this branch here is so droopy, but the other one was standing straight up. It was so happy. Hello, little bug. Now walk with me and I'll show you the spot where we are going to put the bathhouse. And if you recall, it looked like this. You can see the bathhouse foundation, and this whole area around it is just covered in weeds. And look at what they've done to it. Now you can see that big, beautiful rock over there. Let's get a closer look. I don't know about you, but I get really excited when I see rocks like this on my property. Look at the colors of that. Isn't that so beautiful? When we first bought our property, I had never owned anything in my life. I've owned cars. I've never had a car loan. That's something. I've owned all of my own cars, but I've never had a house. So the two things I was over the moon about buying this property is my mailbox and my rocks. You can see Rambo still wants pets. Hi, buddy. Yeah. And he doesn't always headbutt to just be aggressive. He headbutts when he wants attention too. I just can't have him headbutting me. Hi, mister. He's a sweetheart. Aren't you? Yeah. See, Passover lamb, we're not going to name him because it's already hard enough to for when the time comes. And see, he's getting a little bit more socialized, which is good, and it'll make it easier when it comes time to have to eat dinner. Hi, babies. Happy sheep. Hi, Bubby. Hey, mister. He's still not sure. Lily still is a tail waggler. Look. There it goes. Happy girl. Anyway, that is why we have the new guy here. He is going to be the first of our sheep to be cold. Do you call it cold when it's a sheep, or is that just for chickens? I don't know. You'll have to tell me. And as difficult as it is to slaughter one of the farm animals, it does produce a benefit, which is we get to have the barbecue, we roast it over a spit, and it makes a very festive and joyous time. And we're just going to continue to enjoy him. He's going to have a happy life here on the homestead. They've already eaten quite a lot, and my husband has moved this, I think, pretty much twice a day, somewhere around there. They are still so much fun to watch, so peaceful, so happy, and so useful, as you can see. Really paying to feed them, at least over the spring and the summer, when there's an abundance of greens for them to forage for, really hasn't been overwhelming. And I think it would have been overwhelming if we got the cow that we wanted to get, and like I said, some other thing came up, and so we had to say no to the cow, which is not no forever. We'll get one eventually. The sheep, though, they've done everything that we've wanted them to do and more. So all in all, I would say if you did have to get a farm animal other than a chicken, I still would say sheep are an incredible asset.